Hello everyone! News around Navi and transfers in general appear almost every minute. What's going on inside Navi? Will there be more replacements? All these questions will be answered by the operating director of Navi, Xaoc. Let's go figure it out together. But firstly, there's news from Virtus.pro. Yesterday, they presented their new lineup. Fame and Norbert took the places of Yekinder and Booster. How do you like this new team? Is it better or worse than the last one? In general, everything is clear with the new VP, new lineup, big ambitions. So far, for me, the new team looks weaker than the last one. But maybe, in fact, everything will turn out differently. Let's see. We will wait for the first matches. Another interesting news is that Caldzera's Brazilian team wants to sign Taco. Apparently, Caldzera likes how Fallen, with the help of veterans, is destroying rivals and decided to create the same old school dream team for himself. Well, and now we move on to a huge piece of an interview with the operating director of Navi, where he told about everything that is happening in the organization, and to be honest, the situation there is not great at all. But let's talk about everything in order. When we saw the post of Bumich's wife, we decided to find out why is this happening. After these discussions, you can see the results for yourself. So, everything is okay with Bumich's position. Reputational risks are simply very high, as we wrote. He's an alright dude considering his outlook. He has spent 3 years in the club, but things that are happening around him, we are just not ready to tolerate it at such a time. Of course, we had no option to keep silent, let it go, and not change anything at all. We were really thinking about the option to kick all the players from Russia and Belarus, but we have to understand that. Unfortunately, there are simply not so many Ukrainian players, no matter how much we wish there were more of them. We are also currently considering possible English-speaking compositions. We are ready to work with Russians if they have an adequate position, if they are against the war, and are ready to move out of the country. Given the situation, our focus will always be on players not from Russia and Belarus, that's for sure. Unfortunately, we haven't raised dozens of good players in Ukraine yet. Regrettably, we will sometimes take Russian players. We must understand that there is simply no other way. Or we need to disband all Russian-speaking compositions and go to Europe. There are no other options. Therefore, we have to work with players from Russia if they meet our requirements, or say goodbye to everyone. But if that will be done, Navi could be easily forgotten about for a long time. Regarding the CSGO lineup, Perfecto and Electronic have moved. Bumich, most likely, is the last replacement. We'll just test and watch some other players. We have a couple of alternatives, but all of them have some nuances that need to be addressed. I'll tell you how it is. Right now, we don't have a specific replacement. We don't have a 100% working option yet. But I can immediately refute the rumors about Yekinder once again. We do not negotiate with Virtus.pro. But the ones about Booster, these are not rumors. In principle, we are not trying to hide the fact that we are really interested in Booster. We would like to try to play with him and see if it works. But we are not ready to make any deals with Virtus.pro. If somehow a player comes to an agreement with them, buys himself out, and becomes a free agent, then we can work with him. And if that doesn't happen, there will most likely be another player. It looks like something very strange is going on in the club right now. Bumich was kicked out, but there is no replacement. They don't even know who will take his place. They want Virtus.pro players, but they don't want to buy them out. I wonder what's going on in Electronic and Perfecto's heads when they saw this interview, where the main idea was basically that they stayed only because there were no replacements yet. But if there were some other options, they would have been kicked right away. Something tells me that championships are not won in such an atmosphere. It seems like s1mple himself understands it too. He tweeted last night, "I'm still thinking about my decision to be continued." Only Sanya himself knows which decision he was referring to. Well, fans have already put forward a million theories, beginning from leaving Navi to generally ending a career in CSGO and moving to Valorant. In any case, such posts definitely do not put grounds for hope. It's hard to imagine what awaits those who are born to win after all this. And what do you think about it? Write in the comments down below. Alright guys, that is it for today. See you soon!